Hey guys, CryptoDad here again, and today I'm going to show you how to prepare for the Tron migration that's going to occur on June 21st. So let's get going. Okay, so here we are on the Tron web page. A lot of stuff going on with Tron lately. Wants to replace Etherium, basically. It's going to have its own network. But right now, it's still an ERC20 token. So if you've purchased any Tron ever, since it came out, it's still an ERC20 token. So if it's on the, if you left your Tron on an exchange, everything is well and good. All you have to do is just wait. Now, but you will want to make sure that your exchange supports Tron. Okay, so let's take a look over here. This last one here, this is the countdown. Migration will take place on June 21st. You will need to move your Tron over to an exchange. Now, the first question here, what happens if you don't? They say if they're moved after the date, the exchange will automatically do the migration for you. Now, there's another question here. Why does Tron only support exchange migration? And their answer there is the TRX only supports migration to exchanges for the sake of the safety of users' assets, and hopes that this allows ordinary users to avoid the risk of losing assets just by misspelling the snapshot time in the mapping snapshot mode, which is double talk or computer talk for, you know, it's pretty easy to screw up. The basic user, you know, could make a small typo and lose all their Tron. So basically, they're going to be sending the instructions on the transition to the major exchanges. So let's look over here. This is the announcement. There's a BitOnline article about Justin Sun talking about the Tron migration and generating some confusion around it, but it's basically they're just not going to support end users making this transition from their own wallets. So the long and short of it is that you just need to, if you've got some Tron in a hardware wallet in ERC format, then it's probably a good idea to just go ahead and move it back to an exchange. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And here's an announcement by Bittrex saying that they will be supporting the Tron blockchain upgrade. So, and I believe that announcement just came out recently. So Bittrex is a good candidate. Now you'll also notice here, if you go to TRX, that there are a lot of exchanges, online exchanges that support Tron, where you can buy it. So I'm assuming most of these big ones will be supporting the transition. But you'll see Bittrex is here and Binance is here. A lot of them are Yobit, Gatecoin, Bitfinex. All of these support Tron currently, but whether or not they'll support the transition, you'll want to make sure if you've got your Tron on any of these. Okay, so so we know for a fact that Bittrex will be supporting the migration. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to move your Tron back onto Bittrex. Could be a little tricky, so I'm just going to go through it for you. So you're going to have to go to myetherwallet.com in order to access any Tron that you may have stored as an ERC token. So in my case, I have my ERC Tron on a Ledger Nano. You may have it in a straight MyEther wallet. The procedure will be pretty similar. So I'm just going to connect the Ledger Nano to the computer. Well, enter my PIN. So we need to enter the Ethereum app. And then in the case of the My Ether Wallet website, we're going to need to go to Settings. We'll click both buttons. Click both buttons. All right, and we want browser support to be yes, okay? Because we're going to be using that functionality. And you'll go over to the My Ether Wallet webpage. And make sure that you are, in fact, on My Ether Wallet. And then you've got this green label up here in front of it. And we're going to go in here to send Ether and tokens, and we'll choose Ledger Wallet and choose Connect to Wallet. And we'll choose Unlock the Wallet. And now you'll notice that the ERC token balances are over here on the side. And as you can see, I have a little bit of Tron in here. And I'm going to go ahead and send some of that Tron over to Bittrex. And I'm going to show you how to do all that. Before we do, though, we're going to need to know the address, the Bittrex address. So we'll need to log into our Bittrex account. All right, I'm just going to log in here. And you'll want to use your Google Authenticator code from your phone. Now, I do have two-factor authentication enabled on all of my important accounts. I hope you do the same. That means that you're going to require your Google Authenticator code from your Google Authenticator app whenever you log in or send crypto out, I believe. Okay, and then we'll just go over here to the wallets. I just got an email alert that I logged into the account. All right, and so what we want to do is we want to deposit some Tron. So over here on the green, we'll just click that. And you'll see it's generated an Ethereum address. It's a Tron address. Because Tron right now is an ERC20 token, it gets transferred using Ethereum addresses. So we'll hit copy. That's the address that we're going to be sending to. So we just enter that. And then we'll go back to My Ether Wallet and paste in that address. That is the address of our Bittrex Tron wallet. Okay? We're sending our tokens back to Bittrex because they're the ones that are going to support this migration. How much are we going to send? Let's take a look over here on the side. These are our token balances, our ERC20 token balances. All of the ERC20 tokens that are in this particular Ethereum address. So I want to switch over to TRX. Okay, and I'm going to send the entire balance because it needs to be on the exchange in order to migrate properly. So it's not doing me any good in my wallet. So I'm just going to go ahead and send the entire balance. Okay. Okay, sometimes you have to tweak it a little bit because you want to make sure that this gas limit changes because the 21,000 is not enough. Believe me, I tried several times earlier today and you always get messages that say there wasn't enough gas and it's a big fiasco. So if you click send entire balance, it will automatically adjust this. If you click this and you still see 21,000, click it again. Make sure that it has adjusted the gas limit for you automatically or this transaction will fail. Now, while we're on the subject of the transaction failing, you want to make sure that this particular Ethereum address that you're dealing with has some ETH in it, okay? You'll see there's an Ethereum balance. The Ethereum is what pays the gas for the transaction. So if you have an empty Ethereum address with some ERC20 tokens over here, but a zero balance of Ethereum, this will not work. So you'll need to move at least a little bit of Ethereum into this wallet address to make this transaction possible. Okay. So once we've got all of this here, we're just going to click Generate Transaction, and you will need to confirm on the device. So you're going to hit this little check button. All right. And after you do that, you'll notice that the little nice blue button shows up. We're going to hit Send Transaction, and then we're going to confirm. And then we get this nice green down here at the bottom to tell me that broadcast. You can click this button here, Verify, which will open a new tab, and you can watch your transaction pending and verify. Now you'll see here I paid almost $4, well, $3.50, $3.50 to send this Tron over. Okay, kind of a high price to pay. It made more sense when I was sending the bulk of my Tron. But I sent the bulk of my Tron over earlier, and this is just kind of the change that was left over. I wanted to do the video on how to do this. And there, we sent our Tron successfully to the Ethereum address, which is our Bittrex Ethereum address. And then over here, you can click this little plus and look for pending deposits. It's not going to show up as pending for a few minutes. Just be patient, it will. Alrighty then. So there we go. You can see now that that quantity of Tron that I sent from the Ledger Nano S is there. Now I got the entire quantity of the Tron that was in the wallet because the transaction fee was covered by the Ethereum that was also in that wallet, in that Ethereum address. So once again, I'll say this for those of you who end up getting this error message. You do need to have some Ethereum in that wallet, or you won't have the gas required or the transaction fee required to send your Tron. And you'll notice here it's going to need to confirm 36 times. It's at 0 of 36. But once you see it here as pending, you know it's done. It's a done deal. You know, the pending and the confirmation is just to avoid double spends. But it doesn't mean that it's not there. It just means that you can't withdraw it yet because they haven't confirmed it fully. You can go to bed. Okay, there we go. So there's 4 confirmations of 36. So we made it. We transferred it. So that's it. You need to make sure that you get your Tron into an exchange that supports the migration before June 21st. That's when the transition will occur. After that, I'm assuming that they'll have some other type of wallet that if you want to move your Tron off the exchange into you know, a real Tron wallet, that they'll have some sort of support for that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I wish everybody safe travels out there. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I would love it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell next to the subscribe button, which will allow you to be alerted whenever I post a new video. So I encourage you to do that as well. And thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.